Good morning, everybody. We're going to start today by going over our homework from yesterday. So if you will get out page 553, page 553. All right, on number 1, you should have gotten 1 and 4 over 6. 1 and 4 over 6. Some of you know how to make that lower, so yes, if you got 1 and 2 over 3, that's fine. But for the majority of you, 1 and 4 over 6. Number 2 was 3.
Can you repeat them?
Number 2 was 3 and 3/4. 3 and 3/4. Emma, number 1 was 1 and 4/6.
Carry on.
Okay, guys, we've got to all be together so we know what we're doing. I need everybody right now to get page 553. 553 from yesterday. All right, number 1 was 1 and 4 over 6. 1 and 4 over 6. Number 2 was 3 and 3 over 4. 3 and 3/4. Number 3 was 9 over 10. 9/10. 9 over 10. Number 4 was 1 and 8 over 12. 1 and 8/12. Again, 1 and 8 over 12. Number 5 was 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4. Number 6, the answer was 6. The answer was 6.
Ms. Blackmon,
Yes?
I don't have the pages.
I sent them on Sunday night. Number 7, the answer is 9 and 1/6. 9 and 1/6. And number 8, the answer is 7 and 7/8. 7 and 7/8. Leon, do you have today's papers?
No.
Okay. Emma, what do you mean? What is number 5 was 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move to 10-3. We're going to go ahead and move to the practice. Nevaeh, are you on with us? Nevaeh?
Yes.
Thank you. Luciana, did you come in? Luciana? Ricardo?
Can you,
Jaden? All right, Emma, I need you to get that off that, please.
excuse me, what is the page again?
Right now, we don't have a page. I'm getting ready to tell you what page. All right, we are moving to page 557. 557. 557. All right, I want you right now to do numbers 1 through 6. 1 through 6. If you don't have the page in front of you, I'm going to be going over these so you have the problems to work. Number 1, it says Sarah has a half, 1 over 2, of a granola bar. Her friends have 5 times as many granola bars. How many granola bars does Sarah have? So our problem should be 5 times 1/2. 1 over 2. 5 times 1 over 2. Five times 1 is 5 over 2. Should have been the answer you got. Now you have to divide that out to get your whole number and your fraction. So divide 2 into 5. Your answer should be 2 and 1 over 2. 2 and 1 over 2. Jaden, we're on page 557. We're going to number 2 right now. 557, number 2. Says Sue needs 5/6 cup of cocoa to make 1 batch of chocolate pudding. She wants to make 4 batches of pudding to take to the party. And then it tells you what way to work it. I'm not going to read that. I just want to know how many cups of cocoa Sue will need for all 4 batches of pudding.
Excuse me, what is number 6 again?
I'm not even to number 6. I'm working on number 2 on page 557.
Sorry. Can you hear me, Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
So when we get to number 3.
I'm not on number 3. I'm on number 2. Guys, don't get ahead. I'm on number 2. We're not going to confuse anybody. We're on number 2. All right, so the problem you should have written down for number 2 is 5 over 6 times 4. 5 over 6 times 4. When you multiply that, you multiply 5 times 4, you get 20 over 6. 20 over 6. Then you have to divide the 6 into the 20. The 6 into the 20. Okay, 6 goes into 23 times. That's your whole number. You have 2 left over. That's your numerator over your denominator of 6. So you would have 3 and 2 over 6. 3 and 2 over 6. Number 3, the problem is 8 times 1 over 2. 8 times 1 over 2. And number 4, the problem is 13 times 3 over 4. 13 times 3 over 4. So work number 3 and 4 for me right now. Louisiana, we're on page 557. We're doing numbers 3 and 4. 557, numbers 3 and 4. All right, number 3. 8 times 1 is 8 over 2. 8 over 2. And if I divide that, 2 goes into 8 4 times. So your answer would have been 4. Number 4. 13 times 3 is 39 over 4. 39 over 4. Divide the 4 into 39. you should have gotten 9 and 3 over 4. When you divide 4 into 39, it goes in 9 times. That's your whole number. 9 times 4 is 36. If I subtract that from 39, I get 3. That's your new numerator. And 4 is your denominator. So you get 9, the whole number 9, and 3/4. 9 and 3/4. All right, let's look at number 5. Number 5 says, calculate the amount of medicine taken in 10 days if the dose is 3/4 fluid ounces per day. So what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply.
You're going to do 10 times 3/4.
Very good. 10 times 3/4. Ten times 3 is what? 30 over 4. That should have been the first part. You got 30 over 4. Now you divide the 4 into 30. How many times does 4 go into 30? Four goes into 37 times. And you have 2 left over. So you would have 7 and 2 over 8. 7 and 2 over 8. All right, number 6. Calculate the total length needed to decorate 9 boxes if each box uses 2/3 of a yard of ribbon. Number 6. You're going to multiply 9 times 2/3. 9 times 2/3.
Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
On number 5, I thought it was 7/2 over 4, not 7/2 over 8.
Yes, it's 2 over 4, sorry. All right, on number 6, 9 times 2 is 18 over 3. And 3 goes into 18 6 times, so my answer would have been 6. All right, I want you to do 7 through 15. For those of you that don't have the page, I will be going through these slowly so you can write them down. Number 7, 4 times 1 over 3. Again, 4 times 1 over 3. Number 8, 6 times 3 over 8. 6 times 3 over 8. Number 9, 8 times 2 over 5. 8 times 2 over 5. Number 10, 12 times 5 over 6. 12 times 5 over 6. Number 11 is 11 times 2 over 3. 11 times 2 over 3. Number 12 is 5 times 7 over 8. 5 times 7 over 8. Number 13 is 7 times 3 over 4. 7 times 3 over 4. Number 14 is 9 times 3 over 5. 9 times 3 over 5. Number 15 is 4 times 5 over 8. 4 times 5 over 8. All right, let's look at number 7. Number 7, Salvador, what answer did you get? 1 and 1 over 3. Very good. Very good, Salvador. 1 and 1 over 3. Number 8. What answer did you get, Emmanuel?
2 over 7?
No. Look at number 8. What's 6 times 3?
18.
Divided by 8. So divide that.
2.
2 and what?
2 over 2 and 2. 2 and 6 eighths?
No. How many's left? If you divide 2 into 18, how many's left?
2.
2. So what do I put that over?
8.
8. So what's my answer?
2 8.
2 and 2 8. 2 and 2 over 8. 2 and 2 over 8. Thank you. Lillian, I don't know how you got that on number 1. It started out as 4 over 3.
I got 1 and 9 over 4.
Yeah, I don't know how you got 1 and 9 over 4. We need to mute our mics if you're not talking to me.
I multiplied and then I divided.
What did you multiply? 4 times 1 is 4 over 3.
Yeah, and then I divided it.
Okay, how many times does 3 go into 4?
Wait. 1.
1, and how many's left over?
9.
How is 9 left over? 1 times 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is what, Lillian?
1.
1. All right, we're moving to number 9. Number 9. Jaden, what's my answer? Number 9. Jaden, what's my answer? Number 9. Jaden. All right, let's move on. Leon, what's my answer on number 9? Leon, what's my answer on number 9? Come on, guys, I know you're still on. What's my answer on number 9? Caleb, what's my answer on number 9? Okay, divide that out and come up with the answer. Divide 5 into 16. Salvador, please stop. What does that give you, Caleb?
3 remainder 1.
Okay, so 3 becomes my whole number, 1 becomes my numerator, and 5 is my denominator. So now I get 3 and 1/5. 3 and 1/5. Very good. For those of you that missed number 8, the answer is 2 and 2/8. 2 and 2 over 8. Darlene, what is number 10? What is my answer on number 10?
10 whole.
Yep, 10. 10 whole. Yep. Very good. Number 11. Number 11. What is my answer, Ananda? Number 11. What's my answer, Ananda? Ananda, what's my answer on number 11? 22 over 3. Now divide that out. 3 into 22. How many times does it go? How many times does 3 go into 22, Ananda?
3 times 7.
Okay, so 7 is my whole number. What's my remainder?
1.
1. So I'm going to put that 1 over 3. So I get 7 and 1 over 3. 7 and 1 over 3. Sophia B, number 9 was 3 and 1 over 5. 3 and 1 over 5. All right, moving to number 12. Number 12. Sophia Pinero, what did you get? Number 12. Sophia Pinero. Emma, you need to follow along, honey. I can't go back and repeat all these right now. Sophia Pinero. What did you get on number 12? What did you get when you multiplied 5 times 7/8?
35.
Over? We keep the denominator, so over what?
8.
8. So 35 over 8. Now divide 8 into 35. How many times does 8 go into 35? 8 times what gets me close to 35?
8 times 4.
4. So that's my whole number. How many do I have left? If I take 35 and subtract 32, how many do I have left?
3.
3. So that's the numerator of my fraction, and the denominator is still 8. So you'd get the whole number of 4 and 3 over 8. 4 and 3 over 8. Very good. Very good. All right, number 13. Number 13. Let's have Brenna Lee's. Number 13. What did you get, Brenna Lee's?
21 out of 4.
Okay, then divide the 4 into 21, and what do we get?
5, 1 out of 4.
Good. 5 and 1 over 4. Very good. Very good. Great job. All right, number 14. Number 14. Let's go with Jasmine. Jasmine, number 14. What did you get? Jasmine. Jasmine. Jasmine, number 14. What did you get? 9 times 3 over 5. What'd you get, Jasmine? Come on, Jasmine. I know you're still online. All right, let's go to Lillian. Lillian, what did you get on number 14?
I got
What's 9 times 3?
27.
Over what?
5.
Over 5. Now divide it out.
Okay. Five and 2 over 5.
Very good. 5 and 2 over 5. 5 and 2 over 5. All right, number 15. Number 15. Miliani, what did you get?
I didn't go that far.
Well, go ahead and do it. 4 times 5 over 8.
Excuse me, can you repeat number 14, please?
5 and 2 over 5. Miliani, what is 4 times 5?
20.
20 over what? What's my denominator?
20 over 8.
20 over 8. Now divide that 8 into 20 and give me your answer.
2.
2 and what?
2 and 4.
2 and 4 over what? Good. So it's 2 is your whole number and 4 over 8 is your fraction. Very good. All right, 16 says calculate the total distance Mary runs in 1 week if she runs 7/8 of a mile. What am I going to multiply that 7/8 by, David? David. Dejan, are you there?
Yes.
What am I going to multiply that 7/8 by?
7/8.
Yeah, number 14, or number 16, I'm sorry. If she runs 7/8 mile each day for a week, what am I multiplying the 7/8 by? 7, exactly. 7/8 times 7.
7/8 times 7 is 49/8.
49/8. Now divide that out and get me the whole number in the fraction.
You're gonna divide it by 6.
Uh-huh.
And you get 1. 1 over 30.
Nope. What's your denominator?
8.
8. So you get 6 and 1/8. Very good, Dejan. 6 and 1/8. Number 17 says calculate the length of 5 pieces of ribbon laid end to end if each piece is 2/3 of a yard. So I'm multiplying 2/3 times 5. 2/3 times 5. And let's go with... Let's go with...
What's number 16?
6 and 1/8. Make sure you mute your mics, please. Let's go with Delianne on number 17. Delianne.
Okay, so on number 17, I got 3 and 1/3.
3 and 1/3. Very good. 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. Emma, number 13 was 5 and 1/4. 5 and 1/4.
Miss Blackmon, I got them all correct.
Good job. All right, so your homework tonight is page 559. 559. You're going to do the whole page. You're going to do the whole page. It's just like last night's homework, so you shouldn't have a problem with it. All right, I'm going to bring up science. Give me just 1 minute here. I'll get it shared with you.
Miss, do we send it to you?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Blackmon.
Good.
Press, Blanco, I got a question.
Yes.
So, given that they're taking tests on Thursday and Friday next week, same dates, will the classes remain from Monday to Wednesday?
Math will do iReady on this Thursday, starting at 10 with me. And then,
Correct.
and then on the 21st, I believe we have Math NWEA, and that'll be started at 10 o'clock with me. They will not change over to ELA on either day. They will stay with me until they're done.
Okay, so, but what about Monday through Wednesday? Do we still have these classes?
Yep.
Next week?
Yep. Still have class just as normal.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. I'm going to share. All right, so this is the brain pop video we watched yesterday on the digestive system. I'm going to go ahead and show it one more time, just so those people that didn't get to see it yesterday get to see it. You should have watched it last night and taken notes. Here we go.
Dear Tim and Moby, how do we digest food? From Sam. Oh, why thank you. Digestion is about breaking apart the food we eat so that our bodies can use the food's nutrients. Food is broken up in two ways, mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion is the physical breaking apart of food. Chemical digestion is when chemicals called enzymes break food into molecules that your body can absorb. Both types of digestion occur in our mouths. Chewing mechanically breaks food apart, while an enzyme in your spit called salivary amylase breaks down carbohydrates. When food you eat becomes a soft, gooey mass, your tongue pushes it to the opening of your esophagus at the back of your mouth. The esophagus squeezes the food down into the stomach. Inside your stomach, food is churned and mixed with enzymes and other digestive juices, including hydrochloric acid. These chemicals break down proteins and fats. A lining of mucus protects your stomach from the acid. After about 4 hours in your stomach, food is the consistency of a thick milkshake, and we call it chyme. Chyme moves into the small intestine, which is actually not so small. It's about 7 meters long. The small intestine is where most of the nutrients from food are absorbed. In the first part of the small intestine, called the duodenum, digestive juices from the liver and pancreas join the breakdown mix. They turn the chyme into a soup of molecules small enough to be absorbed into your bloodstream. Well, there are these tiny finger-like things called villi lining the inside of the small intestine. Cells on the surface of the villi absorb nutrients from chyme as it flows by. When chyme gets to the large intestine, it's thin and watery. The large intestine is actually way shorter than the small intestine, but because it's a lot wider, it's called large. Sometimes it's called the colon. The large intestine sucks most of the water out of digested chyme in a process called absorption. This step is important because recovering that water keeps you from getting dehydrated. Once most of the water is gone, solid waste is moved to the last part of the large intestine, the rectum. When enough waste piles up there, you're ready to go to the bathroom, and the digestive process is complete. The whole digestion process can take up to 2 or 3 days. Ooh. I think I ate too many pancakes.
All right. I'm going to click on the quiz and we're going to do the review together. So on your paper, you're going to write what answer you think it is. Number 1, why do we need to break apart the food we eat? Again, why do we need to break apart the food we eat? Is it A, so it can fit into our stomachs? B, so our bodies can use the nutrients from the food? C, so liquid can be separated from the solid? Or D, so the body's enzymes have something to do? Again, why do we need to break apart food we eat? The answer is B. Number 2, where does digestion begin? In the mouth, in the stomach, in the small intestine, or the large intestine? Where does digestion begin? You should have put A. A. Number 3, chewing is an example of what kind of digestion? Chewing is an example of what kind of digestion? Dental, fragmentary, chemical, or mechanical? It's not chemical for those of you that put that. It is mechanical because your mouth is moving, which makes it a mechanical part. It's having to do something with moving. It's mechanical. Number 4, if you wanted to find the glands that produce salivary amylase, where would you look? In your mouth, in your throat, in your intestines, or in your stomach? Salivary should give you a clue of where you're going to look for these glands. The answer is in your mouth, A. Number 5, place the following events in sequence? What happens first? What happens second? What happens third? All right, it starts with food entering the esophagus, that's C. And then it enters the small intestines, that's B. And then the large intestines, that's A. So your answer should have been B. Number 6, hydrochloric acid is a caustic chemical that can burn your skin, and yet it exists in your stomach. How can this be? Is it because your small intestine absorbs all the hydrochloric acid? The food in your stomach absorbs the acid? Your stomach lining protects you against burns? Or the hydrochloric acid in your stomach is different from the hydrochloric acid you'd find in a chemistry lab?
A. C.
All right, let's see. It's not A.
C.
It's not. There it is, C. Yep, it protects it from burning. Number 7, what is chyme? What is chyme? Is it a particular type of digestive enzyme? Is it the food? What food is called after it's been digested by the stomach? Is it the chemically active part of the small intestine? Or is it the passage that leads from the small intestine to the large intestine?
D.
D? Let's try it. Nope, not D. Anybody else have a guess?
B.
B?
D.
It is B. 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 Number 8. What might happen if you had your pancreas removed? What might happen if you had your pancreas removed? Your intestines might have trouble breaking down food. Your stomach might have trouble producing hydrochloric acid. You would not be able to chew. You would have trouble producing saliva. What do we think? A is correct. A is correct. All right, number 9. What is the main function of the villi? They move food from the stomach to the small intestines. They absorb nutrients into the bloodstream. They absorb water from the chyme. Or they move food from the small intestines to the large intestines. Any idea?
D.
B? B is correct. All right, last one. What might happen if the large intestine did not absorb the water from the chyme? You couldn't digest food. You wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. You would become dehydrated, or solid waste couldn't be removed from the rectum.
C.
C is correct. You would become dehydrated. You would become dehydrated. All right. Good job, guys. All right, so for today, I want you to go on Brain Pop, and I want you to take the graded test on your paper and see how well you do. All right?
Do we need to send you a picture?
Nope, no pictures today. You do not need to send me pictures of anything at all today. No math, nothing. All right, Jasmine, what's your question? Jasmine? Jasmine, what's your question? All right, guys. Well, Ananda, please quit playing with your screen.
Miss Blackmon.
All right. Go ahead, Jasmine.
What was the answer to number 7 on the list?
I do not remember. I'm sorry. Does anybody know what the answer to number 7 was?
Yes.
What was it? B? B. Uh-huh. All right. So you're going to watch the brain pop again. Take the graded quiz. Just put it in your notebook. And you're going to finish page 559 for homework in math. 559. If you don't have any other questions, you can go, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, guys.